Green Lantern, Green Lantern, Green Lantern. All we are hearing is talk about Green Lantern. Is this project been green lighted for Green Lantern, or has this project been green lighted for Green Lantern? Well, we're gonna talk about it. This is Be Real with D Real. What up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your man, D Real, the Black Panther stalking urban juggler and vibranium Adidas, bringing you another Be Real with D Real. What's cracking, Realists? How you doing? Let's get into the gist of things. Okay, a couple days ago, it was announced that the Green Lantern movie project to be headed up by John Stewart's character is still in production, and that also there is an HBO Max series that will be headed up by the Guy Gardner Green Lantern. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on, the history of Green Lantern cinematically, and how all of this is going to pan out in the future, or at least we can speculate about how it pans out in the future, because that's what we do on these kinds of shows. We speculate quite a bit. Okay. In 2011, as we all well know, there was a Green Lantern movie which featured Ryan Reynolds as the Hal Jordan version of Green Lantern. That movie cost $200 million to make and grossed a total of $219 million. Is this because nobody wanted to see a Green Lantern movie, or maybe the project wasn't done the right way it should have been? I mean, Greg Berlanti was attached to the project, and usually a lot of the stuff he writes is pretty good material. Ryan Reynolds, around 2011, he was a pretty popular actor. I think it can be contributed to two things. One, Green Lantern fans wanted to see some Green Lantern action. We didn't get enough, at least that's how I feel. We didn't get enough Green Lantern-esque things going on. Okay, the scene with the buggy where he was saving Hector Hammond's dad, and some of the stuff he did with Parallax was cool, but we would have liked to have seen, or at least I would have liked to have seen, more Green Lantern on Green Lantern action. You know, the Kilowog thing and the Sinestro thing. We would have liked to have seen much more Green Lanterns against Green Lanterns. We always find a way to make heroes fight each other. Why couldn't we find a way to make them square off? Another reason why I don't think that Green Lantern movie was as successful as it could have been. Let's take a look at what else came out. In 2011, Green Lantern dropped in June of 2011. What was happening in June of 2011? X-Men First Class, Thor, and Captain America, the First Avenger, which all grossed $352 million, $449 million, and $370 million, respectively. So Green Lantern kind of got blown out of the water. Couple that with those poor numbers and the poor response to it, Warner Brothers was a bit gun shy about doing another live action Green Lantern project. So that's what happened with Green Lantern. It just was not commercially successful, and the people wanting to do it were like, we ain't finna waste no more money on this. Thus entered the talk of 2015, and Warner Brothers announces a Green Lantern Corps movie scheduled to be released when? June of 2020. I do not have to tell you what was going on in June of 2020. Okay, it just seems like disaster keeps popping up with everything Green Lantern related. But then a couple of days ago, we get this announcement uh, that actor, what's his name? Ah, Finn Wittrock, don't want to mangle his name, but was announced as he'll be playing the role of Guy Gardner in the HBO Max Green Lantern anthology series. Finn Wittrock is best known for his role on American Horror Story, which I, of course, have never watched because I don't like horror stuff. Sue me. Anywho, but I do know quite a bit about Guy Gardner. All right. Guy Gardner, for those who don't know, was the human being who was about a few miles too far away to become Green Lantern. What you talking about, D? Okay, slow down. I'll tell you all about it. Here we go. Guy Gardner, who made his first appearance in Green Lantern number 59 in 1968. Guy Gardner was this abused guy who just basically became an a-hole, and he was one of the two human beings that the Ring had chosen to succeed Abin Sur as a Green Lantern. The only reason Hal Jordan got the Green Lantern ring is because he was physically closer to where Abin Sur was. Now, for me, that beggars the question. So, this ring and its infinite wisdom thought that this abused a-hole of all the people on the earth would have made a great Green Lantern. That says a lot about you guys, you guardians of the universe. So I guess being nice is not a prerequisite to being a Green Lantern. And as I said, this was just announced 2 days ago. So this is the latest news. I know also on Twitter, the actor who did the motion capture for the John Stewart Green Lantern scenes that were supposed to appear in the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, that leaked out too. So now we've got these motion capture scenes of a John Stewart Green Lantern, and people are thinking, who don't have any context, is there going to be a John Stewart Green Lantern? There's not going to be a John Stewart Green Lantern? How come? Because people like to put stuff out into social media without context. That's basically why you got a picture of this actor in this Green Lantern getup who we're probably not going to see, but the Snyderites are out there petitioning and asking for this footage to be added to the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. Y'all saying y'all want some more footage added to a 4-hour movie. That's comic fans for you, man. They like, I'll watch an 8-hour movie, as long as it's true to the source material. I used to be like that, man. I'm not gonna say y'all need an intervention or nothing like that, but producers and directors and writers, they can only do so much, y'all. So, we to just want every single aspect of everything that ever went on in a comic book to be captured in that material. I've learned to kind of ease up on that. We ain't gonna get 100% what we want to see in a character and what we want to see in a franchise. So if we batting about 70%, we're good there. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on with all things Green Lantern, at least up to this point. You know, Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds didn't do so great. You know, that was 2011. 2015, you know, they announced this new movie, and now here we are in 2021. We're still trying to get concrete news on these two projects. We know Ben Whitrock definitely attached to the HBO Max project until he's not. And then, of course, Warner Brothers is still moving forward with a Green Lantern movie centering around John Stewart, with Hal Jordan mentoring John Stewart, more or less. That's all the Green Lantern news that's fit to print, y'all. Do you want to see a John Stewart Green Lantern project before you see a Guy Gardner project? Which one of those projects do you think is going to be the most successful? The HBO Max project or the Warner Brothers full-length feature project? Drop it in the comments below. And as always, I will continue to bring you more material to like and comment on. Comment, like, and subscribe to the Be Real with D Real page so you can see this new content. I am D Real. I will be back with more information to keep you engaged and informed. Edutainment is what we do here. And until then, y'all be good to each other.